we're going to present to you note making.
In recent years, our approach to education has changed. A child is highly creative until they start school, making schools until creative places. The curriculum impedes students to use their maximum potential. Students are being told to do the same activities the same way without much own creativity, and with the final result of every student having the same exact design. Robinson believes that the current system was designed and conceived for a different age, not for this generation. Education was created by the intellectual culture of the Enlightenment for those with academic ability. He argues that the system of education is a production line of mentality where we are molded, judged, and standardized by it. It is crucial for students to become actively engaged with their material. Having issues with note-making makes it harder to achieve their full potential, and it creates extra stress. And this will show itself later when students go to higher education. Some students come across with a number of issues when note-making.
A few years later, it's still the same. I'm bored.
Some ideas don't fit anywhere.
I can't understand.
Everything seems important and nothing important. Can't spell terminology. The lecturer uses terms without defining them.
Lecturer talks too fast.
Additional stress if you're not a good writer. End up with many notes and have to spend so much time organizing and finding the important ones. The content of the lecture might be good to me. It might be difficult to decide what to write.
In seminars, might be hard to balance participation and note-making.
Lack of creativity. Difficulty is finding your own system and standardized it to use it again and again.
Busan claims that we have two upper brains. He explains that in most people, the left cortex deals with logic, words, lists, numbers, and the right cortex deals with rhythm, imagination, color, daydreaming. Some theorists believe that women are more creative than men. However, Busan's theoretical work around the brain insists the importance to be able to use both parts of the brain to the fullest when making notes, and students have the potential to develop both parts of their brains.
Note-taking versus note-making. Note-taking and note-making are considered as two different concepts. Note-taking is the concept of taking down notes and condensing someone else's ideas as the way the person has expressed in a book, article, or lecture. On the other hand, note-making is making notes that can refer to your own opinions and ideas in a more creative and innovative approach that encourages the student to engage actively with their learning. Linear notes. They're simple, they're passive, and they're full of lists, headings, and bullet points. But it's not good because you're not really focusing on the content, you're just looking at the structure of your work. Cornell notes. It's in a table form where there has a main idea, keywords, and a summary, and it has questions. It's really similar to linear notes. However, it's more an active approach because you're thinking about the ideas that the researcher or the reading that you've taken part of. Pattern notes. Pattern notes are creative, messy, fun, active, they're critical, they take all your ideas and you can expand on them as much as you want. And it's a visual approach where it's easy to remember, interesting and creative. And the way to actually structure a pattern note is the way you want it to be. And that's the best bit of the pattern notes because no one's controlling you and it's the way you just want to express the topic. Mind mapping is very similar to pattern notes. Okay, mind mapping is Bazan's ideas, where it is structured with images and words and supported by colours, symbols to represent ideas, which is useful and effective to everyone because it's easy to remember and everybody could use this technique so that they could cover up the topic that they want to discuss, and it's an effective note-making strategy because it helps to be analytical, it helps to be creative, and it helps with organisation with your work.
So note-making is an essential part to succeed in university, but not just as an average student, but as a first-class one. Burns and Sinfield insist to really shine, to go that one step further, everyone also needs to build creativity into their learning.